that haven't opened though, because they've waited, you know, months and months saying that, you know, they...
Evening all. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. We just wait for everybody to join in, whoever's joining in tonight. Dave's practicing Buenos noches, senior or senor. Looks like I managed to press all the buttons at the right time today, so I'm not talking to myself like I did for 15 minutes last week. Mind you, talking to myself's the only time make any sense, probably. On the hard stuff tonight. So we wait for the few more reprobates maybe joining in. Evening, Meg. Well done. Yeah. I think I've got Jamie and Joe joining us tonight. Not sure whether Steve and Jill will find me, but we'll see. But we'll give them a few minutes. I did say, I'd say talk amongst yourselves, but you do anyway. Not saving the San Miguel till tomorrow then, Dave. Getting on it tonight. What time are you off tomorrow? It's easier than typing. I can ask the questions. Oh, not too bad then. 1 p.m. Oh, 2 p.m. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all right if you can remember the keyboard. The inverted commas are above the 2. It's a bit like me and my typing. Poor. Normal 4 rounds of written questions tonight. Some pictures that I must admit have come straight off the internet, so nothing to do with me really, apart from the fact that I just post them until I get in trouble with YouTube probably. But there you go. Right. I'll be back with you in a minute or two. Yeah. Got me neck warmer on. Not really. I'm just ready for the 24th. Evening, Jill. Evening, Steve. All ready for the 24th. There we go. That's what it's going to be like. But for most of you, the best one is this one. There you go. So I'll be walking around blind in most shops like I do normally. All ready to be masked up. Cara, Jamie. All right. Aye. Right. It's only Jamie. I'm not sure Jamie signs in, but he does take part. Sometimes it's a little bit later. Yeah, okay, I will. Okay, Scott, I'll take it off now. Yeah. There's a multitude of uses. Look. You can have a screen. I'll just advertising for Jamie. That's wrong as well now. Right. I'm sure if Jamie and Joe joins in the next couple of minutes, they can join in. Seeing as everybody else is here, might as well get you going. Okay, quiz number 9. So we're going into July now. Probably keep going until we're going back to normal sometime. Right, okay then. Round 1, question number 1. It's fairly straightforward. In a popular saying, which 4 words precede shepherd's delight? So, in a popular saying, which 4 words precede shepherd's delight? Thanks, Jill. Said she can't read my lips. Question 2. What beverage does the alcoholic drink Kahlua taste of? So what beverage does the alcoholic drink Kahlua taste of? Kahlua. Trust I'm loud and clear for everybody. Question number 3. The Hoover Dam is situated on which river? The Hoover Dam is situated on which river? Question number 4. Which creatures' names can be put in front of crab, plant, and monkey? So question 4, which creature's name can be put in front of crab, plant, and monkey? Question number 5. Boris Becker won Wimbledon for the first time in which year in the 1980s? So Boris Becker won Wimbledon for the first time in which year in the 1980s? Question number 6. In the picture of the Mona Lisa, what is on top of Mona Lisa's left hand? Is it a rose, her right hand, or nothing? So in the picture of the Mona Lisa, what is on top of Mona Lisa's left hand? Is it a rose, her right hand, or nothing? Question number 7. In the Bible, what was 300 cubits long, 15 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high? So question 7, in the Bible, what was 300 cubits long, 15 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high? Question number 8. In which English resort was the first Butlins built in 1927? So question 8, in which English resort was the first Butlins built in 1927? Question number 9. Statler and Waldorf are famous hecklers in which TV show? So question number 9, Statler and Waldorf are famous hecklers in which TV show? And finally, question number 10 in this round. What nationality is feminist Germaine Greer? So what nationality is feminist Germaine Greer? So here we go then. So here we go on the screen. Should have the 10 questions come up. So question 1, in a popular saying, which 4 words precede Shepherd's Delight? Question 2, what beverage does the alcoholic drink Kahlua taste of? 3, the Hoover Dam is situated on which river? 4, which creature's name can go in front of crab, plant, and monkey? 5, Boris Becker won Wimbledon for the first time in which year in the 1980s? Question 6, in the picture of the Mona Lisa, what is on top of Mona Lisa's left hand? Is it a rose, her right hand, or nothing? Question 7, in the Bible, what was 300 cubits long, 15 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high? Question 8, in which English resort was the first Butlins built in 1927? Question 9, Statler and Waldorf are famous hecklers in which TV show? And finally, question 10, what nationality is feminist Germaine Greer? I'll give you a minute to finalise those. Statler. Muggatelli's tea. So Scott's on the Tetleys. Oh. Thanks, Dave. He said I've got a face for the radio. You're better off looking at these questions then. In future, I can just give you the questions and not put my face on the screen at all. That'll do you all a favour. Anyway, okay, let's go through these, the answers then. Which 4 words precede Shepherd's Delight? Well, it's red sky at night. What beverage does the alcoholic drink Kahlua taste of? It's coffee. The Hoover Dam is situated on the Colorado. The creature's name that can go in front of crab, plant, and monkey is spider. Boris Becker won Wimbledon for the first time in which year in the 80s? It was 1985. 6, in a picture of the Mona Lisa, what's on top of Mona Lisa's left hand? Well, it's her right hand. Question 7, in the Bible, what was 300 cubits long, 15 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high? That was, of course, Noah's Ark, or Noah's Ark, was where I used to come from. Noah. Question 8. In which English sport was the first Butlins built in 1927? That was Skegness. Statler and Waldorf are famous hecklers in The Muppets, and Jermaine Greer is Australian. Tonight I have my able assistant Anne back, so if you want to bung your scores through, she will quite happily put them down on a sheet for you, and we can see who's won the normal prize of nothing at the end of the night. So, there you go. You got me back, unfortunately. So, okay. Yeah, I've got the two computers operating, so Anne can quite easily see that. Hey, 9. That's a good start. Here we go. Right, so 6 for Dave, 8 for Scott. It's all right. Right, I'll leave Anne doing those, and we will move on to round number 2. He says, if we can get the questions. Okay. Round number 2. Question number 1. In which film did Rex Harrison appear alongside a two-headed llama? So, question 1. In which film did Rex Harrison appear alongside a two-headed llama? Now, Scott, don't change your answer. First instincts. Remember that, it's a quiz. Question number 2. Which is the largest country in area in the world with just 4 letters in its name? Which is the largest country in area in the world with just 4 letters in its name? Question number 3. What metal was mined in Stannaries? What metal was mined in Stannaries? Stannaries. So question 3. What metal was mined in Stannaries? Question number 4. Americans sometimes refer to it as Old Glory. What are they talking about? Question number 4. Americans sometimes refer to it as Old Glory. What are they talking about? Question number 5. They are known as little bees in Switzerland and ladybirds in Italy. What are they known as in the UK? They are known as little bees in Switzerland and ladybirds in Italy. What are they known as in the UK? You may know the ones, but it's quite a toughie, but do put your toughie in. I'll start putting some easy ones in soon. Question number 6. Which is the world's largest office building? Which is the world's largest office building? Question number 7. What do the letters A, Alpha, B, Bravo, V, Victor, ABV stand for on a bottle of booze? So what do the letters A, B, V stand for on a bottle of booze? Alpha, Bravo, Victor. Question number 8. Lester Piggott was sentenced to 3 years in prison for tax evasion. Was it in 1987 or 1997? So Lester Piggott was sentenced to 3 years in prison for tax evasion. Was it in 1987 or 1997? Question number 9. What does a panetteria sell in Italy? Panetteria. What does a panetteria sell in Italy? And finally, question 10 in this round. Before the discovery of Mount Everest, what was the tallest mountain in the world? So question 10. Before the discovery of Mount Everest, what was the tallest mountain in the world? So here we go. It's recap time. So, question number 1. In which film did Rex Harrison appear alongside a two-headed llama? Question 2. Which is the largest country by area in the world with just 4 letters in its name? Question 3. What metal was mined in Stannaries? Question 4. Americans sometimes refer to it as Old Glory. What are they talking about? What are known as little bees in Switzerland and ladybirds in Italy? What are they called in the UK? Question 6. Which is the world's largest office building? It's with numbers of people and size, but so which is the world's largest office building? Question 7. What do the letters ABV stand for on a bottle of booze? Question 8. Lester Piggott was sentenced to 3 years in prison for tax evasion. Was it 1987 or 1997? What does a panetteria sell in Italy? I have trouble with that word. And finally, question 10. Before the discovery of Mount Everest, what was the tallest mountain in the world? I'll give you a minute on those or so. Give you a chance to change a few answers, Scott, if you want to. All for the wrong ones. Maybe you're changing for the right ones. Who knows? So, okay. Give me another few seconds on that while I'm sure you've got some guesses at some of these, if you didn't know. Question number 1. In which film did Rex Harrison appear alongside a two-headed llama? That's Dr. Dolittle. Question number 2. Which is the largest country in the world with just 4 letters in its name by area? That was Iran. Could that be Iran or Iraq, really, but it was Iran. What metal was mined in Stannaries? That's tin. Question 4. Americans sometimes refer to it as Old Glory. What are they talking about? The American flag, stars and stripes. Whatever, you got something like that. Question number 5. What are known as little bees in Switzerland and ladybirds in Italy? What are they called in the UK? It's the Girl Guides. If you've got that one, that's a great answer. That's a little toughy question, but I'm sure we've come up with all different types of animals or something for that. But in fact, it's the Girl Guides. Question 6. What is the largest office building? World's largest office building? That's obviously the Pentagon in in the USA. Question number 7. ABV stands for on a bottle of booze. It stands for alcohol by volume. So ABV is alcohol by volume. Sometimes says whatever, 10%, 13%. So that's what you're getting. Question 8. Lester Piggott was sentenced to 3 years in prison for tax evasion. Was in 1987. Question number 9. What does a panetteria sell in Italy? Well, bread, cakes, pastries, whatever you've got, something like that as your answer. And finally, yeah, go on. I'll be good and say brownies rather than girl guys. So if you've got brownies, it is technically girl guys, but brownies, it's all part of the same movement. I'll be generous. Yeah, don't say Boy Scouts though, because it's not. And finally, question 10. Before the discovery of Mount Everest, what was the tallest mountain in the world? Well, it was, of course, Mount Everest, because it hadn't been discovered then, had it? But it was still Mount Everest. So, a little bit of fun question. Put them in every now and again. Okay, so if you want to put your scores through, what I'll do is I'll put some pictures on the screen for you. This, as I say, this has come straight off of the internet. So it's, take that one out. Technically, it's the eyes of people. It looks a little bit more than that. It gives you most of their face, so they're all fairly well-known people. So I'll give you a good 5 minutes, I think, on doing those. 1 point each when we're scoring for them. But so I'll let you have a ponder on some of those. I think some of them are fairly obvious. I'm not very good on pictures, but I think I got about 8 or 9. I think there's a couple of difficult ones in there. Well, they are for me, on the basis that I don't watch films and things. But off you go then. So I'll come back in 4 or 5 minutes time. What's people writing?
I'm just looking for Linda's school. Unless there's some.
Steve for Jules. You got your score for the last round, Linda? Hasn't come through. Please. Unless you've disappeared.
I'm just working on it.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Just give yourself 10. We don't know. Pictures. Yeah. I haven't got the answer the answer sheet, so I can't figure out the answer. I was only thinking there's different taking pictures straight. It's like big last week spots and you can yeah, you do it on iPad. Tom Hanks is one of them. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you another minute on these. I'm sure you either know them or you don't. I know it's difficult for you there on your own, knowing some pictures, but I think there's a few obvious ones. So hopefully you've all scored a few points. Oh, Linda got 9. All right, I think you probably had enough of those. So let's go through, we'll click the answers up onto the screen and you'll all go, oh no, it's not. As I said, I had no input in these. I just take them straight off of the internet because it's easier doing it that way. Right, here we go then. Right, answers coming up now. So number 1 was Dolly Parton. 2 is Michael Owen. 3 is Holly Willoughby. 4 Gary Barlow. 5 Paula Radcliffe. Quite difficult with the sunglasses on. 6 Terry Wogan. 7, Pamela Anderson. 8, Tom Hanks. 9, Cameron Diaz. 10 was Chris Tarrant. 11 was Gary Lineker. 12 was Cher. 13 was Lennox Lewis. 14, Dawn French. And 15, Russell Brand. As I say, it's not something I would normally do, but I can't. It's too difficult to try and sort out something that is too straightforward, if you see what I mean. So it has to be something that's already, and they're all PDF'd, so it's quite a lot of playing around if I separate them out. But hopefully it wasn't too bad. It just gives you a bit of a break from listening to me for 5 minutes. So the score's out of 15 now. So if you want to ping your answers through in your own time, that's fine. So Dolly Parton, Michael Owen, Holly Willoughby, Gary Barlow, Paula Radcliffe, Terry Wogan, Pamela Anderson, Tom Hanks, Cameron Diaz, Chris Tarrant, Gary Lineker, Cher, Lennox Lewis, Dawn French, and Russell Brand. So they're all famous people. It's just whether you spotted them or not. So you've got me back now. I'll give you a little while just to put your answers through, your scores through, and then we will venture into round 3 of the questions, round 4 of the quiz. Scores coming through.
No, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll give you another few seconds for the scores to come through.
Is it saying the chat's disconnected? I can't see what it's saying.
Sorry?
Is it saying chat's disconnected now?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it just greyed out?
All right. Just bear with me a second because on our other computer the chat's greyed out, so I'm just going to go through down, give Anne the scores before we start the next. Dave got 3. So that's the only one that's come through at the moment. For some reason, the chat's disconnected. I don't know if anyone else has got problems with their chat. What we'll do is we'll see if the chat reconnects in a minute, but it appears to have disconnected itself. So as long as you can hear me, we'll have to try and do something with the scores. I'll maybe have to ping a text through or something with the scores if the chat doesn't reconnect. But let's move on with the quiz anyway. It's coming through. So yeah, it's coming through. That's okay. As long as you can hear me, then okay. Anyway, okay, round 3, question 1. How many hands does the Big Ben clock have? It's no trick questions. Just work out how many hands are on the Big Ben clock. Or on the Queen Elizabeth Tower, the faces. So how many hands does the Big Ben clock have? Question number 2. Which Disney character's best friend was Timothy Mouse? Which Disney character's best friend was Timothy Mouse? Question number 3. Which everyday object measures exactly 210 millimeters by 297 millimeters? Something we use pretty much every day. I'm using them tonight. So anyway, which everyday object measures exactly 210 millimeter by 297 millimeters? Oh, come on. Okay. Question number 4. Bit of a conundrum for you, this one. Where would you find 5 pieces of wood at each end of a chain? Where would you find 5 pieces of wood at each end of a chain? Bit of lateral thinking for you. Question number 5. In which film did Tommy Steele sing Flash Bang Wallop? In which film did Tommy Steele sing Flash Bang Wallop? Question number 6. When is St Andrew's Day in November? So what date is it? When is St Andrew's Day in November? What date is it? I'm just sending a message, see if you can get it, because our live chat stopped and I've rebooted it. So can you just put your last scores through again to see if I can pick them up? Thanks, sorry about that. Question number 7. Who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Question 7. Who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Thanks, everybody. Question number 8. What table game starts with a squidge off? What table game starts with a squidge off? Question number 9. Which Mediterranean port, now a suburb of Tel Aviv, is famous for its oranges? Very famous trade name for oranges. So question 9. Which Mediterranean port, now a suburb of Tel Aviv, is famous for its oranges? And finally, question number 10 in this round. What did the Empire Games change its name to? What did the Empire Games change its name to? And is now called that, in fact. So, sorry if that's a little bit disjointed. We just had a little bit of trouble with the feed. Something has to go wrong somewhere. You can't have a normal thing. Right, so recap on questions for this round. So question 1, how many hands does the Big Ben clock have? So It's the tower, Queen Elizabeth Tower. So how many hands on the clock faces? Question 2. Which Disney character's best friend was Timothy Mouse? Question 3. Which everyday object measures exactly 210 millimeters by 297 millimeters? Question 5. Where would you find 5 pieces of wood at each end of a chain? So where would you find 5 pieces of wood at each end of a chain? Question 5. In which film did Tommy Steele sing Flashbang Wallop? Question 6. When is St Andrew's Day in November? Question 7. Who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Question 8. What table game starts with a squidge off? Question 9. Which Mediterranean port, now a suburb of Tel Aviv, is famous for its oranges? And finally, question 10. What did the Empire Games change its name to? So what did the Empire Games change its name to? Give you 30 seconds or so on those. Okay then. Question number 1. How many hands does a Big Ben clock have? Well, it has 4 faces, 2 hands on each one, so it has 8 hands. Question number 2. Which Disney character's best friend was Timothy Mouse? That was Dumbo. Question 3. Which everyday object measures exactly 210 millimeters by 297 millimeters? And I'm using them now. Sheets of paper, A4 paper, exactly that size. Question 4. One for Dave Jones. Where would you find 5 pieces of wood at each end of a chain? Well, it's on a cricket pitch. So cricket stumps, 22 yards a chain, and you got 2 lots of stumps at each end with 2 lots of boughs on. Hope you had a little bit of lateral thinking on that one. In which film did Tommy Steele sing Flashbang Wallop? That was Half a Sixpence. When is St Andrew's Day in November? It's the 30th of November. Who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? That was Roald Dahl. Question 8. What table game starts with a squidge off? It's Tiddlywinks. Sure, we've all had a squidge off at some stage. No answer to that. All answers on a postcard, not on the feed, please. Question 9. Which Mediterranean port, now a suburb of Tel Aviv, is famous for its oranges? Well, that's a famous trade name, and that's Jaffa. All our Jaffa oranges. And finally, question 10. What did the Empire Games change its name to? Well, it's currently called the Commonwealth Games. So hopefully our feed's working all right now, and I won't ask you to put them through twice. But so there you go. That's the answers to round 3. Already on to the last round for tonight. Round 4. Won't do that. You should have seen them all. Okay. Let's get me back. If you really want me back, here I am. Okay then. Last round tonight. Question number 1. Quite simple. Who founded Playboy in 1953? Who founded Playboy in 1953? Question number 2. Who is Mickey Mouse's girlfriend? What's her name? Who is Mickey Mouse's girlfriend? Question number 2. Question number 3. What does the abbreviation NUPE stand for? N-U-P-E. What does NUPE stand for? I think some of you may have been members at some stage, who knows? Just as a clue. So that's question 3, what does NUPE stand for? Question 4. Whose statue on the banks of the Thames portrays her riding in a scythed chariot? Question 4. Whose statue on the banks of the Thames portrays her riding in a scythed chariot? Question 5, bit of an educational one. What colour is Homer Simpson's car? Question 5, what colour is Homer Simpson's car? Question number 6. What is the part that hits the bell cord? Is it the knocker, the clapper, or the rapper? So what is the part that hits the bell cord? Is it the knocker, the clapper, or rapper? Question number 7. Who is the only person to win an Olympic gold for Great Britain in the javelin in the 20th century? And I think it's still to date, but who is the only person to win an Olympic gold for Great Britain in the javelin in the 20th century? As I say, I still think that stands today. Question number 8. Which store, founded in Piccadilly in 1707, supplying luxury goods, including hampers, includes the royal family as well? Which store, founded in Piccadilly in 1707, supplying luxury goods, including hampers, and for the royal family? Question number 9. In which country were Bugattis founded in 1909? In which country were Bugattis founded in 1909? And the final question tonight, see if you can think back. In the 1980s, Kellogg's came up with a slogan, if you can pinch more than an inch, try which cereal? In the 1980s, Kellogg's came up with a slogan, if you can pinch more than an inch, try which cereal? They were advertising for a particular cereal. Which one? Okay. Time for recap. There we go then. As you can see, this was done on a slightly different screen. Maybe a bit brighter, a bit clearer. Who knows? Question number 1. Who founded Playboy in 1953? What's the name of Mickey Mouse's girlfriend? Who's Mickey Mouse's girlfriend? What's she called? In abbreviation, what does NUPE stand for? NUPE. That should be whose statue, not whose. On the banks of the Thames portrays her riding in a scythed chariot. Question 5. What colour is Homer Simpson's car? Question 6. What is the part that hits the bell cord? Is it the knocker, the clapper, or the rapper? Question 7. Who is the only person to win Olympic gold for GB in the javelin in the 20th century? Which store founded in Piccadilly in 1707 supplying luxury goods, including hampers and including serving the royal family? Question 9. In which country were Bugatti founded in 1909? And finally, question 10. In the 1980s, Kellogg's come up with a slogan, if you can pinch more than an inch, try which cereal? I'll give you a minute or so on those. No, Dave, no music questions tonight. I seem to have run foul of that. But you're probably not here next week, so I'll probably do loads. No, I'll save the music questions. We know everybody loves music questions, don't we, Mick? I tell you what's been coming up in the quiz, I think on lots of I've been watching, is the normal one, Dave. Is Davy Robert Jones. Who was he better known as? Seems to have come up. It's been on Tipping Point, The Chase, and I think Eggheads recently. So you are famous. Just so they keep calling you David Bowie. I can't understand that. Okay then. Answers to your last round. Who founded Playboy in 1953? That was Hugh Hefner. Who is Mickey Mouse's girlfriend? It's Daisy Mouse. Easy is the answer. 3. What does NUPE stand for? It's the National Union of Public Employees. Whose statue stands on the Thames portrays her riding in a side chariot? Well, in my mind, it's Boadicea. Don't think there's any other name to call her, really. Boadicea. Question 5. What colour is Homer Simpson's car? It's, of course, pink. The part of the bell that hits the bell surround is the clapper. Who's the only person to win the golf for GB in the javelin in the 20th century? That was Tessa Sanderson. Which store was founded in Piccadilly in 1707? That's Fortnum and Mason. In which country were Bugatti founded in 1909? They were founded in France. And you thought it might be Italian from the name? They were actually France. And finally, if you can pinch more than an inch, try which cereal? Well, it was an advert for Special K. In my case, you can pinch more than 6 inches. I need more than Special K. Need a gastric band. I don't know what cereal that is, though. Okay, then. I want to put your scores through tonight and start getting ready for next week already. Oh, yeah. Sorry. You're right. Mickey Mouse's was Minnie. Daisy Duck was Donald Duck. All right. All those of you who said Minnie, you're right. There has to be one question. Thanks, Scott. You're quite right. I got 2 questions mixed up, but that's not unusual. Sorry, yeah. So Mickey Mouse's was Minnie. Donald Duck was Daisy. Sorry. So all of those who are just putting your scores through, you might need to add another one. Minnie Mouse, of course. Yay. Yeah, okay, Mick, sorry. Wouldn't be the same if I didn't make a mistake. Well, it's only 40 questions. Wait until we get to 100. Or 80. Whatever it is. Yay. Okay. All right then. All right, you got me back now. Okay, peeps. Thanks very much again for joining in. It's much appreciated. Thank you for your support. Still something to do on a Tuesday evening where, in fact, I'm wondering you're not all switching off and watching paint dry or something, but maybe it's a bit of entertainment. I noticed, Scott, that Barry's packed up doing their Friday night quizzes now. They said they wanted to go out on a high. When I reach a high, I'll pack up as well, but I haven't achieved it yet, so we'll we'll keep going. And it's just busily taking your scores down. So next Tuesday we'll go through and we'll do what we normally do. We'll make some mistakes somewhere, but hopefully we'll get out roughly on time. But it's crazy heading way through July, and we're into the sort of start of the school holiday soon, if anybody's noticed. Yeah. Yeah, Dave, have a nice holiday. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it anyway. It makes a bit of fun. We enjoy doing it. I I have nothing else to do, so I just put together quizzes. It's much more fun than watching TV in the evenings, watching the repeats of EastEnders from 10 years ago or whatever it is they're showing at the moment. Unbelievable. Yeah. But uh, I trust Estrella Dam will go dry when you're in Mallorca, Dave. It'll probably be shipping in lots more barrels into, is it Puerto Palenza you're off to? Okay. Scores on the doors. Scott, yeah, 43. Steve, 37. Linda, 34. Jill, Mike, 32. Jill on Linda, sorry. And Dave, 31. Yeah, Dave, too many San Miguel's already. That's all I can say. Was it? Yeah. I know the picture round was really tough this week. Sorry, I will make it easier next week. Try and do something that's a bit more straightforward. Might be just do some, maybe we'll do some anagrams or something. Maybe something a bit more straightforward than pictures. But we'll think about it. Not enough music, Dave. Yeah, okay. I'll put in a music question on your behalf for next week, even though you're not taking part, unless of course you're tuning in from sunny Mallorca, which I very much doubt, seeing as you'll be there. Anyway, thanks a lot, folks. Another enjoyable evening, and I will see you, most of you, same time next week. In your case, Dave, I might see you after the moon, and I'll be in touch with everybody. Take it easy. Time to stop streaming, and I will see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye. Yeah, Scott's good at pictures. Yeah. Yeah, Scott's really good. Ciao. Oh, blimey, we're going through the nationalities now. Our Wiedersehen soon. All right, good night, everybody. Stream is now ending. Bye.